If you aren't self-reviewing your games, you're leaving a lot of simple and effective growth opportunities on the table. Self-review can help you better understand decision making, identify patterns, learn from mistakes, and can help you build confidence in your gameplay by realizing what you are and are not doing well. I'm going to walk through how I VOD review my games, how I take steps to ensure I'm only focused on the most important things, and how I look to accomplish this process as efficiently and effectively as possible. All right, now put your phones down and focus up, or so help me God, I'll turn this video around. Hey kiddos, I'm JPC. Some of you may know me from Mahujin's Boomer to Diamond series. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a 40-year-old father of two with a demanding full-time job, and I climbed from silver to diamond in 200 hours of comp with no prior competitive FPS experience. My goal with this channel is to share how I was able to accomplish my climb through consistency and dedicated practice. If you want to experience these paternal pep talks and still earn your monthly allowance, be sure to subscribe and like each video for maximum payout potential. If you drop a comment, I might even let you borrow the car this weekend. On the tracker, I can see that these first 6 rounds of this game were all deaths. I died in every single one of them. I got 2 kills, and we actually lost 5 of them. One of the ways that I used to pick my rounds was at the end of the game. If I looked at the score, this one was 11 to 13, and we lost by 2. At what point did we get to 11, and how come we didn't get the next 2 rounds? And I would go backwards from there and ask myself, were there 2 rounds that I lost the team? So when going into the review, you want to keep tabs on what your focuses were for the game. It's important not to dwell on too many things, as you can kind of get overloaded and lose sight of the metric win conditions that you had. If I do my pre-round routine every round, that's a win for me regardless of the outcome of the game. If you want to note other items and keep track of them for future kind of reviews, that's fine. So when I'm going through the 6 rounds, I may notice why I died and it had nothing to do with my focuses. I'm going to note that down, but I'm not going to dwell on it. In this scenario here, my 2 focuses for the game were switch between crosshair mode and minimap mode. It's something that I'm currently having a struggle with. And then also I have a pre-round routine, and I needed to confirm that I did that every round. One of my rules for after hours was that I had a pre-round routine that I do every single round. For this specific VOD review, I'm looking for, did my inability to change between crosshair mode and minimap mode, did that lead to any of these 6 deaths at the beginning of the game? Because I don't have time to look at every round right now. All right, so going into this, one of the challenges I was going to have automatically was that this was my first game back to comp, and I had not been following my pre-round routine when I was playing in-houses, which is fine. So I want to keep track of that, and I want to see through these 6 rounds how often did I not follow it. For my pre-round routine is to take a deep breath, so you can hear it on mic. If you can't hear it, then it doesn't count. I'm supposed to check my the scoreboard, so I look at the econ, I look at the ultimates of the enemy teams and my team, and then I look at where my team is at. I formulate a plan and I communicate that plan. 3, I do get a kill here, but I die. All right, do we want to push?
That's a good spot.
All right, do we want to push? I don't think I breathe. I don't hear a breath. I'm failing. I'm failing.
I'm gonna TP across. We'll wait 3 seconds. I'll count off and then we push them out.
Almost done it.
I'll let you know when. I'll walk. Oh, alright, never mind. I'm not TPing.
Oh, I remember this. So I get the raise here. Showing peeking, eh? Careful. One flank.
I'm setting smokes up.
Is that who's dead?
So the jet had pushed through, and the jet is over here. I guess she smoked the turret or something. Yeah. So I don't know how she got there without the turret going off. The turret might be facing the wrong way. That's probably why. All in all, kind of a useless round. Cheap kill, which I like. I'm not afraid of cheap kills. Listen, kids. Cheap kills give you cheap thrills, but they're really useful to your team sometimes. All right, so I'm not going to review anymore. There's no reason for me to review anymore. My first 6 rounds were metric fails. I didn't do the breathing, at least audibly, which means it doesn't count in any of the first 6 rounds. And there was at least one round where my death and the possible outcome of the round was directly related to my switch between crosshair mode and minimap mode. So this was the first game back. I have many excuses, but at the end of the day, this is how I would review this, and this is how I would chalk this up. The loss, which was 11-13, I top fragged, but I had no comms. I wasn't able to help my team out. Code, my omen. I didn't do my pre-round routine, and I know for a fact many other rounds I had some crosshair switch, whatever. So my KD, my top frag, my ADR, none of this headshot percentage never matters. But none of this matters. This is a bad game. That's how I chalk these up. And when I have a focus, I don't care how well I did in the metrics. I don't care how well I did in terms of MVP or no MVP. I don't even care if we win the game and I get plus 40. None of that matters. I didn't improve, and I'm showing that I'm not improving, and taking that as the win loss of your game is what will improve you over time. That mentality is how I climbed as quickly and as efficiently as I did.